So in the end, there's really no end to this. There's no definitive action that characters can take to attain this, because the very notion of you, character, or whatever seems to appear is inseparable from this. It's already complete and finalized. No exchanges, no returns. It's final sale. It's a clearance sale that is already over. It's over. There's a seeming understanding here that this seemingly arduous journey of the seeker, although there's no journey, that perpetual yearning, the waiting and desiring, the character or the seeker often awaits for an event that will transform its existence, a dropping away or a clearing or something like that, yet nothing can truly happen to it. When the apparent seeker dissipates or diminishes or disappears, it becomes evident that it was, in fact, nothing more than a fragment of the whole. It's just what this is. Much like the last pages of an epic book, a conclusion of a story, or, the closing, scene from an old film. It was never really separate from it. All that exists is this unutterable freedom. This and not this in its entirety seemingly is what freedom is, what isness itself, although there's no self. This encompasses everything that is, leaving a little room for further discovery. There's no turning back. This is the end of the line. So even the quest for a fanciful future moment, event, in which one attains freedom is futile, as that moment will never arrive, because this is already freedom. This is the freedom that appears so free, that appears as this yearning, this waiting, this desiring. Is there really even a final moment? Is there even a conclusion? Is there even at the end? Even the concept of a final moment emerges as a fleeting thought or a memory. What isness? Last session, or even 10 minutes ago, is recalled as a memory. And it indeed feels as if it really, really transpired. But did it really genuinely occur? Did it really happen? Does it even matter? It did, and yet it did not transpire within the confines of time. There's no time. This timelessness is immeasurable and unknowable. The nature of this timelessness remains elusive, and it will always be forever incomprehensible. The apparent character holds the belief that someone possesses esoteric knowledge, some form of a city, a power, or a spiritual understanding, or oneness, like seeing oneness, or being in communion with what is. Oh man. That assumption, however, is unfounded. Anything labeled as spiritual, even non-duality, although such a categorization is not applicable here. This can't be called anything. It's just an aspect of this overarching, all-encompassing what isness. This all-encompassing, overarching whatever it isness signifies its intrinsic completeness. This is already complete, over, done with. Finally, finally, the seeker's or the character's quest is often centered on finding a description of this experience. One of the things that's almost as is like, how did it happen to you? Even though describing it is inherently impossible. A description when it does manifest itself, is an expression of this overarching and all-encompassing what isness. So the futility of description arises from the absence of a sense of self, which in turn obliterates that sense of time, rendering the experience timeless. So what's being conveyed is the essence of timelessness through language. Is an impossibility. It's an impossibility. What could one possibly articulate about it if it resides in the realm of impossibility? It's retired. It does not exist as a possibility. Ultimately, although there's no ultimately, this apparent realization for no one represents the profoundest form of unknowable love, unconditional love. That's saying way, way too much, but I'm just going to use this language regardless. It's distinct from the human love characterized by emotions. It is a love that is solely gives and paradoxically takes everything away. It leaves nothing untouched. There's nothing untouched. In giving, it takes everything away. It strips away everything. Beliefs, ideas, thoughts, hierarchies, levels. And before you say that this is our collective aspiration, is to attain this completeness before the physical death of the body, but no one really perishes. No one ever dies. Again, this is an all-encompassing illusion. I like that word now. Someone asked me earlier. I've been using it a lot now. A grand illusion within the system, an apparent mirage. There is no me and there's no me, no individual that perishes, and it's truly remarkable. It's truly remarkable that all that there is this. Simple and direct this and not this. No duality, no non-duality. It's just what is. And what is incomprehensible. What is all-encompassing. I've said it 4 times now. It's what isness. And in this profound realization that there's no one that realized any of this, there's just this illumination that nothing is needed. A clarity that cannot be expressed in words. It cannot be said in words. It cannot be said. Because it already is. It already is. And that's it. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording and